simply waited. She had learned from her own mother, as all crocodiles did, that this was the grass tongue's final trick. Clever crocodiles wouldn't fall for it. They wouldn't try to move or finish their prey quickly, no matter how it wriggled. They would be patient and strong and wait for the spirit to leave so that the prey could become meat, fit for eating. Once her jaws were clamped shut, nothing would open them. The biggest risk now was not that the prey would escape, but that the other crocodiles would try to snatch it from her. She glanced around her, but again there was a strange emptiness to this part of the watering hole. Where were the others? They couldn't have failed to notice the disturbance in the water, could they? The zebra twitched in her grasp, but weakly. Soon the water would flood its airways, and it would be over. And still, there was no sign of the others. "They have come to me, child," said a deep, echoing voice. Gorge jumped and gave a great swipe of her tail to spin herself around in the water, though she had to drag the still twitching zebra along with her. But there was no one behind her. And indeed, she realized, the voice hadn't come from behind her. It seemed to resonate through the water, or perhaps just inside her own head. "Let go of the grass-eater, my love," said the voice. It spoke Sandtongue, but it didn't sound like a crocodile or like any snake or lizard Gorge had ever known. It was deeper and somehow colder, as if it came from somewhere hollow down inside the earth. Gorge frowned. "I won't let go," she thought. "This is my prey." "Gorge, I insist." Gorge let go. "What? Why did I do that?" she thought. She watched in shock as the zebra foal thrashed to the surface, gulped in air, and started to clamber unsteadily back up the bank, trailing blood from the tooth marks on its haunch, but very much alive. She tried to swim after it and grab it again, but she couldn't seem to move. Only after it was gone, lost in the vast air above, did she find her tail was back under her control. She spun in the water, snapping at nothing in case the invisible creature was nearby. "What did you make me do that for?" "We have more important things to do now," came the reply. Gorge snorted a stream of bubbles from her nose. "More important than eating?" "Follow me, Gorge," the strange voice went on. "The others are waiting." Gorge found her gaze fixed upstream, her tail moving slowly, pushing her through the curtains of long reeds. She wasn't sure anymore whether she was being forced to move or whether she was doing it herself. She just knew this was the way she needed to go. At last she began to see ripples ahead, tails and claws, all gathered along the bank at the far end of the watering hole. The rest of the basque were all there, from Swallow's gang of unruly hatchlings to elderly Crunch, who moved from her comfortable nest so rarely that her hide was slick with growing moss. They were all facing the same direction, their heads up out of the water, as though something on the surface had caught their attention. Gorge swam up beside Feast, half expecting him to turn and greet her, but he was motionless in the water, like he was asleep or watching a careless grass tongue wander too far from its herd. Gingerly, Gorge raised her head from the water to see what the basque were staring at, but there was nothing there. "My children," said the voice inside her head, and beside her Feast twitched, and Gorge knew that he'd heard it too. "The time of the Sandtongue is here at last. Grandmother needs you." Gorge stared out with the rest of her kind,